Hey guys, I'm on here with Chris M. Walker, aka Superstar SEO, and we're just basically gonna do a discussion and then also just discuss about, if you're getting started in SEO, we're gonna show you some ways where, you can learn how to do that and how we got started and, get get some ideas from there. So, Chris, how you doing today?
Doing great, man. Thanks.
Good, good, good. Thanks for coming on once
One.
again, for sure. So why don't we get started with, I like to get started with just like, how did you get started in SEO?
Oh well, I originally wanted to make some side money, and a friend of mine, an acquaintance of mine, told me he was doing affiliate marketing, and I did some research on that, and I stumbled upon a little $47 affiliate marketing course, and then from there, one site after the other, and then one thing just built to the other, services, clients, and here we are.
Right, right, right. So, what was your first like affiliate marketing type niche or site or what were you doing there?
The first site I had was like an electronics thing. It was people that wanted to get rid of cable. So they would cut their cable cord and then they'd get buy a Roku or something, and I would get affiliate through that. That did
Oh,
really,
okay.
really well, but I had no idea what I was doing was SEO. I thought
Oh,
I
yeah.
was doing affiliate marketing, even though I was ranking for things.
You're
So
right. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my first few sites were not really doing that well in rankings either. So,
that one actually did very well, but then
really?
whatever penalty it was that came out in October 2014 hit it, and I
Oh.
didn't even know that a penalty was a thing at the time, and it never worked again. Basically, it still
Was it
exists, but
something to do with link building?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I didn't even know that link building. I thought the point of a link at that point was for somebody to click on it and them to go over to your site. So
Oh,
I don't even know how that happened, but it did, and literally overnight, every penny I was making from it went away. So I went
dang.
back to the drawing board. So
Okay. So then if you were to recommend, like, if you were to start over and let's say you had like a little bit of SEO knowledge, how would you get started?
first I would decide what I want to do. There's a
Okay.
lot of different paths you can take. You can do affiliate, which is where I started, but don't really do much with anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get paid right away, then you learn a little bit and start taking on clients. You can do e-commerce, which is kind of I think it's an overlooked opportunity for SEO.
Interesting, yeah.
And then if you have a local business, you can obviously do SEO for that if you wanted to, but that's kind of not really what you asked. So
Yeah, I mean, I think that's interesting that you said the e-commerce. So you doing that for clients or doing your own sites, you're saying?
either really. I mean,
Okay.
I honestly think now that you mentioned it, I think both of those are an untapped. When I said it, I meant for your own site, but
Oh.
as a traffic source, I think it gets ignored for e-commerce a lot of the time. So
Oh, yeah. And you basically do that through like blogging or
I don't know it that well, to be honest. I
oh,
know it
okay.
has to do with optimizing the product pages and stuff, but one of the guys I work with is really, really successful with it. So
Right, yeah. I mean, I
I don't want to sit here and bullshit like I do it and I know it. I know that he does well with it. And I think it's a huge opportunity that a lot of people are overlooking because any e-commerce person that you talk to, they always talk about Facebook ads. So
oh, yeah, for sure. And then organic like Instagram that too, but
yeah,
a lot of them don't talk about SEO and, if you could even like team up with someone who maybe already has an e-commerce brand and be like, "Yo, like let's just rev share on like, I'll do SEO, you do like social media and we'll go from there," or something like that.
yeah, and also once you get a case study and proof of concept, you could just
Yeah.
find e-commerce stores and just make them your clients. I got
Yeah.
them this much more traffic from Google, so
Yeah, I mean, even I get in my feed, I get a bunch of these guaranteed for your e-commerce site to get like leads or something with Facebook ads. Like, we don't get paid until you, whatever, until we get you leads or something.
right. And it's so naive to me because there's a huge traffic source right there that nobody's thinking about.
Although, that being said, on the other side of things, I think in the SEO niche, like where we're in, I think a lot of people ignore. paid traffic at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. Drives me up the wall, to be honest. Like, that's kind of the point, the overall point I was making there is like use every club in your bag, you know? And we've
Yeah.
talked about paid traffic before and how people overlook it. So,
Yeah, and I'll be honest, like I don't do a ton of paid traffic, and I'm literally I'm looking to get more into it and stuff like that because it's like, I have a somewhat successful blog, but in order to get to like a large earning with it, like a substantial earning, I need to put out like 100 articles.
yeah.
Whereas, there's people that don't even make content and they just literally just run ads and like make tons of money. And like, really, I thought you had like almost had to make content when I first started to
No.
in order to, yeah.
I mean, look at
Like,
Sam Ovens. He doesn't make content at all, and he makes millions from it. So,
yeah, he just makes paid ads and courses.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's just interesting. And right now, definitely I've seen you running like YouTube ads. I think YouTube ads are underpriced for sure.
They very much are. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the discovery ones. Those are
Yeah.
my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. You can get like 10-second views and stuff. So,
Yeah. And I was thinking like even affiliate marketing with those because no one's like when I search like a major product and then like review after that, I don't see anyone doing like paid ads, like search ads for that. And
nope.
I'm thinking like, if someone just threw up a search ad, for example, like Spy Foo or something like that, where you get like $40-50 a month reoccurring for anyone you refer there.
They have an affiliate program?
I think they do, yeah.
Because I think I ranked #1 on YouTube for SpyFu.
Yeah,
So,
you should put a link on that. Yeah, I know like SEM Rush has it too and stuff like that. And yeah, they're really good payouts, like reoccurring 40-50% every month. So it's like put a video up there and I think the views for the search YouTube ads are like 10 cents a view or less than
sometimes
that.
cheaper. Yeah.
So if you can get 1,000 views, that's literally, and if you get one person to convert,
Yeah.
then you would be profitable on it. So that's what I'm thinking of getting into more is that kind of stuff. Um, because really, like, yeah, I mean, I could grow a big blog or a big YouTube channel, but what's like the ROI on it?
Yeah. Oh, you're asking me? Yeah, it depends on how you monetize it, but if you do it right, it's good. If you do a lot of YouTube videos, it actually makes your ads easier too because it gives you a lot more audience you can target. So
Right,
people that
like
watched your video, people similar to what people that watched your videos, people that liked it, and so on.
yeah, and obviously it's better to have a warm audience than to just be running only cold traffic.
Yeah.
But it's like some people, even their initial touches with the first audience is like with paid ads. And
Mhm.
then they're just remarketing again over and over and over again.
Well, you can kind of combine the two with YouTube. You can do the cold ads to get views and then retarget those views. So yeah, you
Right.
don't have to give them anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, way off topic, but
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, I do like, I think building a business off organic traffic creates like assets that just pay you back over time and
yeah, well, that's
stuff
the
like
flip
it's
side
more,
of it.
yeah, it's more passive,
Yeah.
in a way. Although paid ads can be passive, but I feel like paid ads, you have to kind of like monitor them, make sure you have like a good ROI, like optimize
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
once you get
that.
the equation right, it's like literally printing money. Like once you learn to make $2 for one,
Yeah,
and that's what I like a little bit better about it is you can track the metrics a little better than you can with organic traffic. So,
right. No,
but
I mean,
there's obviously advantages to both.
right, right. And I mean, we come from a background of organic, like for me in particular, like, for other businesses, I usually just do SEO for them, so I'm very familiar with that. And that's why even organic search, I mean, I think I was telling you this before. I think like there's only like big people in the SEO niche doing like organic search like blogging and stuff that I see at least for the most
But,
part.
yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So I even see
There's maybe
that.
10 people, if that, that can really do well with it. So
Yeah, because I think there's a barrier to entry with it that there isn't with YouTube where it's harder to like actually get views. Like you have to really know what you're doing with SEO.
yeah, I don't know about you, but like writing what that these 10,000 word posts drive me up the wall all the time too. So
Yeah, I know, bro, but like I feel like I create better content that way. Like I feel
everybody's
like
different.
you know what I mean? Like when I can think about it and like reword things and like stuff like that, I feel like I create more concise content. Like I feel
Everyone's
like
different in that regard. So
yeah. Like I don't even consume as much video as I used to because video for me, it's like very hard to like get what I want out of like if I'm looking for something specific, it's like very hard for me to like get what I'm looking to get. You know what I mean? Like if
yeah,
I'm looking to do like how
you
do
can't just
I like
control F.
what?
You can't just control F and look for what you're looking for.
Yeah, or like look at the headlines or whatever. It's like, okay, now I've found this video that's like an hour long and I need to find like that one thing that I'm looking to find, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
so, but of course at the other end of the spectrum, I think video builds deeper relationships.
definitely does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in my Facebook group, I do like live Q&A sometimes where people just throw questions at me, and that's been great for getting relationships with people and getting to know people.
Right. So I mean, yeah, they both have, and I think it is like, you know, whatever you're good at, but at the same time, they both have their own pros and cons.
Yeah.
So where do you see like email marketing and like Facebook groups? Like, how do you build an email list, and then what do you do with the email list when you do that? Because honestly, right now, that's what we're working on, and it's kind of a weakness in in my business, to be honest, currently. But you know, we're working to expand that.
Well, for you, if you're doing lots of blog content,
Yeah.
that's ideal. Like you just, have ways to capture email within it. And you
Yeah.
maybe run a little bit of ads to that to like boost the post and capture their email and then just send them like content, and then offer, content, offer, It's like that works really well.
And
So
what
that
do you mean? What do you mean by offer? Like, kind of
well,
like,
whatever it is, I mean, I assume that you're not writing a blog just because you like to blog. I'm sure that
no, yeah.
your goal is to make money somehow or another. So I don't know your business well enough to know what
Okay.
that is, but whether it's an affiliate offer, if it's training, if it's a client, get clients, whatever it is for you, then just off. When I say offer, I mean whatever it is that you make money with.
Right. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I know what you mean. And does that work really well for you? Like email, what is like your main channel right now? Like,
Paid ads are definitely the best, and then
okay,
for legit, email works really, really well. And
okay,
organic SEO, that I do that. It doesn't bring people into my business that much, to be honest, but it
right,
works well for my clients. And my Facebook group is a big channel as well.
right. Yeah, I'm looking to build that Facebook group because
That's a great
that.
time because like not only do you build rapport and you build a brand, but it's a great sales channel too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like the thing about it is that you don't even have to be the one like putting in most of the value. Like other people in the group could just be like discussing amongst themselves.
Once it gets big enough, that's true. In the beginning, I was responding to every post and
Yeah.
putting stuff on myself, and I still do. Not to every post, but at
Yeah.
one point I was doing every post, but not anymore. But I still I don't take it for granted. It's an asset you have to nurture. But you're
Right.
right. Eventually, it takes on kind of a life of its own too.
Yeah.
And once you get to a certain point, you don't have to work as hard to build it because Facebook starts suggesting it.
Right. Yeah, I was talking with this guy in another video where he actually made a group on Rank and Rant. This guy had never made any kind of content and just made a group, and then people just like organically started going to his group,
Yeah.
and like he was just like selling courses in his group, and like I think he's making like decent money on that. And I was like, dude, I'm just jealous because like I'm writing these 10,000 word blog posts and you're you're in there like just create a Facebook group and people just start joining all of a sudden and it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm really looking for a way to like like I was saying before, like not have to do content on like a ridiculous scale, because that's really what it takes to like, in my opinion, like make really big money with content.
You, so I don't agree. I think you only need like to get organic traffic from it. You do, but if you
Yeah,
get 3 or 4 good pieces of content, you can just run ads to those all day long and turn that into a business.
that's okay. That's sick. Yeah. That's what I thought too. I mean, I was just trying to go the organic route because
Mm.
that's what I see some people doing, and but it takes them like 100 videos, 200 videos, whatever, things like that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then so if people don't know, I mean, you got SEO marketplace called Legit that you own.
Yeah. It's
What
not
made you
exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go? Sorry, go ahead.
I say it's not just SEO. It was all the
Oh,
same.
right. It's a freelancer marketplace, right? Okay. And so, what made you want to start that? And what's your kind of like journey with that?
So I started selling like low end, not low end, but low ticket SEO services
I know
on
what you mean, yeah.
another marketplace that will remain nameless. And I did very, very well. I built up, that's kind of where I built my group from and made some good money from it, but it constantly had problems and it would go down for days at a time, get hacked, all these other things would happen.
Right.
And so one time when I was doing really well on it and it went down, I was like, well, shit, that's okay to swear.
No,
But,
yeah, no problem. It's all
okay.
good, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shit, there goes that income stream for now. So I built like a WooCommerce store on my own like agency site to be able to sell. Well, because I had this group and people knew me and everybody, not everybody, but I had several people request to put their stuff on my site and just
Hmm.
like pay it through me. I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well, go ahead and build a marketplace of my own because I know all the ins and outs of buying and selling on it. I know what works, what doesn't, and I'll actually give a shit about it
Oh
as
yeah.
opposed to someone else. And then I was fortunate enough to be able to work with a really great developer on it who I knew. So we worked out a great deal. And here we are.
That's good, man. I mean, it's actually a great marketplace. It's probably, like one of my favorites to buy services off of for sure.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Still
there's
growing
good
too.
sellers. What's up?
Still growing too. So it's getting
Yeah.
just getting better. So I'm very proud of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, the funny thing about that was my business partner is actually a developer too, and whenever, that platform that you were talking about that it wasn't doing very well, we were like, he actually found the bug in what that platform, and we tried to go in the Facebook group and be
I
like,
remember
yo,
seeing.
yeah. And we're like, dude, we were trying to get like a bounty or to buy the platform or something like that. And then when we didn't get a response on that, we almost wanted to make one of our own too. But we actually never went through with it. And
It's a
then
lot of work. A lot. It's by far the hardest thing I've done in my life, but it's
yeah.
definitely been worth it. But I had no idea how much management it was going to take. So,
Oh yeah.
but
So
I don't
how
mean that negative.
long?
But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
I don't mean that negatively. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I hate managing it. But just there's been a lot more moving parts than I expected. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. So how long did the actual software take to make?
I, the developer and I agreed to do it in late October of 2017, and we went
Mm,
live in February of 2017. Of course, it's been a work in progress since then with
right.
lots of updates and fixes and new features and stuff. But so that's what 3 months, 4 months, something like that.
Oh, that's not that bad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that was a rough version that we got out, but yeah, I
Yeah.
was pretty happy with it.
Cool. Um, yeah, and I think like software is another thing that, we've put some time into, and we think that it creates unique value that content creators can't like match in a certain way. You know what I mean?
It does.
Uh,
You talked about
yeah.
assets before too. Software is another great one. That's a never-ending asset.
Oh yeah. You could sell
I
it over and over again. It's scalable.
yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? And it's lower competition
Yep.
because not everyone with a video camera or like a laptop that can type an article can just like go and compete with you on that.
Yep.
And
I have
go
a
ahead.
couple softwares coming out in the coming months myself, so looking forward.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, because if you think about the people in the SEO space that are making big money, it's like a lot of them are software companies like Ahrefs,
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean, like Moz, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even in
SEMrush.
like the next level down, like that's where like Alex Becker made most of his money was
Oh
through.
yeah,
So he's on to other things now, but
yeah, and I mean, it's B2B too, so you can charge like good monthly retainers, things
mhm.
like that. So
If you
that's
want to
what.
go that route, you can always do like the crappy low end JB Zoo type software too. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't. That's not my business model.
I know, I know.
But I know a lot of people that do really, really well with that. And crappy is not really a fair way to put it. It's just to me, they make it, they launch it, they make some money, and then they never touch it again. So that's not how I like to do business.
Yeah, well, so what are they? They're just selling it as just like a one-time fee type stuff or what?
A lot of the time, yeah.
Oh,
Those like $67 the launch week ones we get in our email 100 times a day.
okay.
A lot of times they're like video creators or things like that. And again, I feel like I'm putting them down, and I don't mean to, but to me,
Yeah.
I don't like that. It seems like a lot of work to have to constantly put out another one and another one and another one.
Yeah, it's probably not the smartest move. You should just make like one really good piece of.
Mm-hmm.
So, the other thing we're looking at doing is getting affiliates. I know like how's Legit been doing with the affiliate program and stuff like that?
It does pretty well. I haven't done as good a job of advertising it as I probably should have, but it's picked up quite a bit in recent weeks. Like I let
Good.
them post in the like our Facebook group all day on Mondays. People really like doing that, and that's made
Yeah.
some people made some nice little extra income on that. But I don't feel like I've done as good a job talking about that as I could. But I have some plans to grow that some. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you can make a whole course on how to make money like on Legit or something like that.
I actually have a yeah, I kind of have a course like that actually.
Oh, okay.
But at that time legit didn't even exist, so I may have to. I need to go reshoot that. But
Right, right, right. So do you recommend if someone's starting out to go and get on a site like Legit, like a freelancer site? You think that's a good way to go?
to start making money,
Yeah.
um, yeah, those are the two things I recommend to people: either
Okay.
selling small services to get a little bit of money coming in, or
Yeah.
to take on clients because one phone call and you got some money. So
Right. But do you think that it's a good idea to even do that, like as far as taking on clients before you even are really good at SEO, or you think,
there's a balance there. Like if you
mm.
just found out what the term means yesterday, then probably not. But at the same time, you shouldn't get so caught up trying to become a master of it that you wait around and never make any money. So
Yeah.
the trick is to get good enough to learn, or at least be around people that can help you if you get stuck. I don't want people to if you waited until you were too good at it, you're never going to make any money. But at the same time,
Yeah.
you're doing a disservice to people if you really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, like sometimes what I think a good way to start out is an affiliate actually, because you can like kind of have your own site, and if you don't do very well on it, it doesn't really matter because that's just your site.
I can
And
tell people that are doing agency the same thing. Like, start with your agency site and use that as the site you learn
yeah,
SEO. So I
that's
agree with your point there.
yeah, because it's important to like build an asset that's going to generate you leads too.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
and your agency site is basically a lead gen site. So,
Yeah.
although the leads that come through them are not usually the greatest.
Yeah, and I was thinking actually, because SEO is kind of obscure to some people who don't know what it is. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'll do SEO on your site. Oh, what is that, black magic or whatever? So, um, another good way to sell SEO is actually an upsell from web design. So
Yeah,
actually, instead like ranking a site about like web design, like locally or something like that, and then when you get a client that does, you can obviously package in on-page SEO as from with the web design easily. And then once, they're done with that and they like their site, then you say, hey, like I can also, even get you further with
You've
this.
got this fantastic site we just built for you. Now we need to get some people looking at it.
Exactly.
Really.
And they trust you at that point, you're not just like a
Yeah.
snake oil salesman that they might think. I've heard some bad things, like people call SEOs bad things, man.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't know.
If you do any kind of outreach, the biggest like objection you're going to get is I worked with this other company and they didn't tell me anything, and then they made things worse or whatever they tell you. But
Yeah.
that's the
And
most common objection.
yeah, no, I hear that all the time. And I don't think it's always fair though, because they'll be like, "Oh, I worked with this company for 1 month and I didn't get any results." And I'm like, "Dude, that's not how it works."
No, that's somewhat on the SEO as well for not properly preparing them for what was going to take.
That's an excellent point. Like communication is really important and educating them about how SEO works. And, you know, I usually like to do benchmarks. Like, we'll do these tasks, and I think that by this time we should be able to see some results. By this time, you know what I mean? Just prompting from the start. Um, but I think like SEOs just want to, at the same time, they want to sell it as like a quick win, like, oh yeah, like just hire me and we'll get you a ton of phone calls or whatever.
Yeah, that's not a good approach,
That's
especially when you don't have the ultimate control of the result. So
Oh yeah,
no matter
exactly.
how good you get at it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like ultimately. um but I think that like that's what really shows like an expert is when they can't predict, but they're very good at estimating things. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I can look at stuff like and be like 90% sure, like, oh yeah, I can get this ranking, or like I can, like this will take this amount of work, or like I'll do these few things and I can rank this or something like that. Obviously I'm not 100% sure, but like I'm good at like making educated guesses.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, let's see.
Hmm.
I think we talked about most of the stuff I was thinking about, but like, what was I saying? So what are you looking to do like in 2019? Like, what are you looking to focus on? Because obviously there's so many different ways to make money with SEO. Like we discussed, like affiliate, like clients, like you know, rank and rent, like all different ways.
Me personally, I
Yeah.
am more in the platform development side of it now. Like I said, I
Okay.
have a couple of softwares coming out. I have legit that we're going to be growing really big next year, and then I have some training that I offer, and stuff like that is kind of where I do. I still have clients. I still take on a handful, but it's like I'm very very particular at this point because I don't need the income.
Right.
Like that sounded arrogant, but like I don't need that particular revenue stream to grow. And
Yeah.
then I'm also doing a white label link building service, SEO, off page SEO is probably a better way to put it, service. So
Okay.
I haven't launched that yet, but
No,
so
no, that
those kind of things are kind of the bulk of where I'm going to be focusing. But I'll still take on clients here and there, but there's only so many hours in the day, you know.
No, I agree with you, man. Like when I first started, I thought I wanted to make a client focused business, and I got a few clients and stuff like that. But dude, it was just like brutal. It was almost worse than a full-time job.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like,
agree. Like it's not for me at all. Like
yeah.
when I started at it, I was taking lower paying ones, and like
Yeah, me
not,
too.
I mean lower relatively speaking, but
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it felt like I had traded one boss for many. You know.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened, because I was basically making the same I would make like at a full-time job, but I was working like twice as hard.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder when it comes to people expecting me to report to them.
Oh yeah.
And so like I just only thing I send is ranking reports, and a lot of clients aren't happy with that, so I just won't take them on at this point.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
for
very glad that
sure.
I've gotten to that point where I can do that. But in the beginning I wasn't, and I hated it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's the case for everyone. Some people like that business model, but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I mean, especially when people are calling you like out of nowhere, and they're like, "Yo, what the hell's going on with this?" And I'm
Yeah,
just
and
like,
you
dude, I
become like
don't.
their web guy, you know, like my
Yeah,
email's not working, you know.
yeah. You just become their tech guy, which
Yeah.
is good if that's like what you want to do. Which is why I was saying like the web design, because you can deliver some kind of visible thing that they can see. It's very clear. And then
Yeah.
you kind of become like their guy where you're like, if they need any graphics, if they need all this stuff, they just call you. I think
Yeah.
that's how businesses think about it. They just think about you as like their guy that like does anything related to like websites or whatever.
Yeah, that's good, but as like a one man operation, that's not going to work long.
No, because they're like, hey, like, the logo's looking a little off. Can you like do this thing? I'm like, dude, that it's not what I
You,
do.
I flat out tell people you don't need me doing your logos and your
Yeah, you
websites and
don't
stuff.
need me charging you like 150 an hour, like working on your logo. Like,
Well, more than that, they just don't want me doing it because it's not
yeah, it's gonna look
something.
like junk too.
Yeah, I'm not good at. Like I would just pass that money over to somebody else, which
Yeah,
nobody
I would
wants.
too. I would just go and find a freelancer to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like so yeah, I mean I 100% agree with you on that. Let's see. So, okay, so what do you think about just generally things becoming omni-channel? And do you think it's still viable if you do have an agency type of business, to could only offer SEO services and not other digital marketing services?
Sure, if that's what you want to do, like depends on what you want to make and where you see your life in the next 5 to 10 years. But I mean, you could easily in like a month's time have a $10 or $15,000 a month business just selling SEO to clients. That's only you know less than 10 clients. So
Right.
you can definitely still just offer that. It just depends on how big you want to go and what you want to do with your life and your career and your time.
Yeah.
But it's definitely viable as an option. It's there's you just have to understand there's a cap with it like that. No matter what some people will tell you, like you're never going to get 200 clients by yourself or anything like that. So, well, there's some people that claim that, but
Well, get the clients or actually do the work? You
I have someone in particular in mind that claims that they do everything themselves.
No way.
Yeah. So, but
200
anyway,
clients?
yeah. Well, but anyway, um, if you want to make a decent six-figure living, though, you can definitely just offer SEO.
Okay. Yeah,
I
no,
say decent. That's a fantastic living, but for some people, so
oh yeah. I mean, do you think it's like good though, or would you not recommend it?
I'm reluctant to say answer yes or no, because like I
Okay.
definitely think that that's a good way to get going. And if you want to just do that for the rest of your career, there's literally nothing wrong with that. My
Okay.
thing is you don't own anything that way though. Like you don't have anything you can sell. Well, especially if you're doing
100%.
the work yourself,
Yeah.
like I, when when you have an agency where you sell just SEO or really any marketing type service or service in general, I guess
Yeah.
you're selling a skill and you can't just sell off to get an exit of just that.
Yeah, it's like it's not scalable.
I mean, yeah, you can scale
I
it a
mean,
little
you
bit,
can
but
hire people, but like it's
you're never
not
going to
like
sell it for like $1 million or $100 million. Basically, if
yeah.
you stop doing it, everything goes away. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so that's what I don't like about it, and that's one of the reasons I don't tie my name to my business is because you can't sell your name even harder. But
Yeah. That's why we have keywords heaven too.
yeah,
Because like one day we might sell it or whatnot. And like for example, like if you think about like Uber suggests, they didn't make any content. I don't, not that I know of at least. They just made a free tool. I think they were one of the first to get like the long page suggest type or long tail suggest type tools.
mm-hmm.
And they got a ton of users, and then Neil Patel goes and buys them for not that much money, but
I'm sure to them it
like
was.
what?
I'm sure to them it was a lot of money. But
Well, I think it was like 150K or something
oh,
like
really?
that. Yeah. Because they didn't have any monetization, man. They just had they
That's
just had
insane.
a tool
Man,
with a lot of users.
I wish I'd known that. I would have paid that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
You
just for the
just
user
call them
list
up. You're like,
alone.
call up Bid Neil right now.
Yeah, like just the user list alone is worth that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because then you can just sell them on other stuff and other
Yeah,
tools and all kinds of. Like you could have just built it into legit, and they would have seen legit on all the services and stuff, and then
yeah, lots of ways you could have done it. So
yeah.
that lucky bastard.
I think you got like a bunch of referring domains. I mean, I don't really think of things like in backlinks and like as the main assets or whatever, but
The customer list was what he was really buying, I
yeah,
suspect.
and the brand, like
Yeah,
yeah,
but that was kind of the point. There is like if you're doing an agency, it's going to be much harder to sell that asset to someone. Although it has been done, like Ryan Stewart sold his agency like a year ago or something. But I don't know. To me, that's something that's going to be very hard to sell.
no, I've heard people like it doesn't really, yeah, it doesn't really work.
Right.
Um, you can only sell like you can sell like affiliate sites really easily.
Yeah,
Like if you go on Empire Flippers or something like that.
flip phone stuff. I've never
I
really gotten into that, but I know other people do very well with it.
Oh yeah, I know like on like Empire Flippers, I think like 90% of sites sell that
Oh,
but they have to select this, like they have to be like your site's qualifies to be on here or whatever. Like with Flippa's okay. I haven't tried doing much on it. I tried to sell like a local lead generation site on there. Um, Not really much result. I got a bid for like $1,000. I didn't accept it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So
never gotten into that, but it seems like an opportunity. So.
it is, and I'm good at like building blogs and like building traffic, like organic traffic like that. And then, those are what really people buy a lot of sites with. They like organic traffic. Like that's one of the best traffic sources you can if you're trying to sell the site or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, okay. Any Any other points you wanted to make? I think I've pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about.
Not really. Just people just need to figure out what they want to do and go do it. That's kind of the biggest issue I see with a lot of people. So
It's
if you
really
want,
that simple, yeah, man.
it's. I mean, I'm. My life has changed dramatically in the 5 years I started doing online business. And I hate seeing people that I know have the potential to do it that don't do it. So I would love. That's kind of my overall goal is to help as many people as I can in whatever way I can, and that's what's worked for me. So hopefully I can help other people do the same thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I think the skill set helps a lot. Like if you have some kind of skill set, like whether it be paid ads or SEO or email marketing or something like that, obviously that's gonna help you like expand.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, you need to go learn whatever it is you want to do. But
yeah,
if you just because you know nothing now doesn't mean you can't do it. So just figure out what you want to do, learn how to do it, and do it. Like I
yeah.
didn't any. I literally before I got into SEO, I thought that like the map listings, I thought those were ads. Like so now 5 years later, I'm doing very very well with it, and I don't know. I feel like it's my obligation to help other people do well as well. So.
That's legit, yeah. Um,
That wasn't on
and
purpose either. You saying that's legit.
No, it's really like I say that all the time, just in general. It's not a pun, but it works out that way.
That's why we went with
I
that name.
like it, dude. Yeah, I like the name. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, and I think like if I was to recommend people getting started, it's like what we talked about. I actually wouldn't recommend the agency route for most people unless that's really what they want to do. I would mainly recommend just building assets of any sort. Like content is like assets. It pays you back over time. You
Yeah.
get people that come through the content organically, then they go on your email list or your Facebook group or sign up for whatever, like courses or whatever offers you have. That's
Mm-hmm.
a good way, or affiliate or whatever. And then two is um like software, like we were saying. if you can develop something that's unique to the industry, and then you just create content around that and just drive traffic to it and stuff like that, that's gonna be like more. I think it's more like just like long term and like scalable and stuff like that. So it's like either create your own product, um, go out and like become a really big authority in the. I don't even know if I want to tell people. Do you think it's a good idea for people to become authority in the niche, or no? Not even like, is it even worth
Depends
it?
on how you're defining authority. Like, you should be able to have authority in the things that you offer, meaning you should, what you say when you say something about how to do it, like you say that with authority. But if you mean authority like a Neil Patel type of thing, then
Yeah.
no need for that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's
not to
no.
say that it can't be done, but that should not be your goal, I don't think. And it certainly wasn't for me.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Go run some paid ads, get some people to watch those paid ads, and then just retarget those people over and over again and just get them on some kind of controllable asset.
yeah. But really, it all boils down to what your goal is and figuring out the path to get there. So,
Right, right, right. All right, man. Well, I think that's about it for today. Um, so if there's any, is there anything else you want to say or no?
no, I think we covered it all.
All right. Sounds good. So I'm gonna stop the recording. All right. Thanks for coming on, and I'll talk to you soon,
All right.
Chris.
Have a good one. Thanks.
All right, bye.